Stop for a minute and take a look at the painting. The machine I referred to as Dolly started out as a simple metal forge that had been in the family since medieval times. The original quadrangle suit of armor was actually constructed in this very forge. My great-grandfather modified the old forge so that if it had enough raw resources, it could craft steel objects autonomously. This predecessor to Dolly supplied all the materials needed to build the Underground Railroad. This machine single-handedly won the Civil War. Not really. I made my own modifications to my great-grandfather's designs. The current Dolly specifications do not require any raw materials. For example, Dolly converts energy from the radioactive science juice directly into matter. I never did sort out why she makes so many copies of things. Oh well, you can never have too many safes, or chairs, or coffee tables.
Welcome back, I am OneMadHatt, and you are watching my Let's Play of Quantum Conundrum. This is the second in the series, and in this episode we're still going through puzzles that I already know how to beat, but but starting the next episode.
In case you're wondering, you turned on the fan. Please say that you don't need me to explain that to you.
Starting next episode, we'll start getting into puzzles that I don't know what's going on. So if I'm going through these a little faster than I should, it's not because I'm super smart, it's because I've already gone through these. Believe me, there's some puzzles coming up where I'm literally just sitting there for so long trying to figure out what's happening.
Ah, that's where that got to.
And then this is
a botched experiment of mine called the awkward noise generator. There's got to be more around here somewhere.
That's one of the two collectibles in this game, the two that I know of anyways.
Standard issue conveyor belts. Sometimes laziness should be indulged.
The awkward noise generators, you're trying to look for them. And the second is the tubes for the testing area. If you find them, you can go into the testing area and then mess around with the different dimensions, but you have to find all four of them in order to use all four of them. And this is very simple. I actually forgot you can see there that there's a switch. I don't know why I pointed to the screen, but there's a switch there that you need to push down in order to open the door, and I just plumb forgot. And then we're just gonna ride this like we're waiting in line at Disney. Moving about the same speed as you would in a ride. Alright. And, yeah, easy puzzles, and then they get harder.
So, I haven't discussed my location a whole lot, but it seems as if I'm in some sort of limbo. I think I may explore a bit and see what turns up.
But, so far I really like this game. It's, where I'm at, it's starting to get difficult to the really difficult, so I'm just trying to push on through. But you know how you get to that point in a puzzle game where you're just like, I have no idea. I'm starting to get to that level. I haven't had to look anything up.
My headache right now.
I hadn't had to look anything up yet, but man, I got really close on one puzzle. And like this puzzle is actually really easy. You just need to ride the safes up to the top floor and then just leave. I had a little bit of trouble because when they go up, as you'll notice, unless I just wasn't paying attention, the safes don't necessarily are in the same spot, because I think they kind of go up and down, and they kind of go left and right a little bit. And I could be wrong. I probably am. I didn't really test it out. And these puzzles are just testing the concept of you can use these safes as platforms. I mean, unless you're an idiot. Sorry, there's not a whole lot to say in these first few puzzles, and honestly, it's been a while since I've played these specific ones. I remember them now that I'm looking at them, but they were they were fairly easy, so it's not much to... Like this one, that it goes with the same concept, and this puzzle comes up a few times, where you have to have the fuzzy dimension with the safes and sometimes couches, and you have to use them as platforms, and you have to build a bridge sometimes. I just think this game does a really good job of teaching you concepts that'll come up later on in a more advanced form, which I guess is what a puzzle game
this room
should
often
do.
gets rather sweltering in the summertime. Air circulation is very important.
But this game, like I said, has a lot of similarities with Portal. And I mean, it's good similarities. You know, it's the same level of as time goes on, the puzzles get harder, but it's kind of a gradual slope. It's not just, and all of a sudden you can't do anything.
The physicality of that still completely baffles me.
And of course, I love John DeLance. I think he's playing this, like, he's really good at playing this kind of quirky, like, you know, Q in Discord, where it's just like, physics, please. Is this... Oh, nope.
This is one of the animals that Dolly cloned to rather, well, intriguing results.
I assume that it's an elastic dog.
Ah, you've moved on to a part of the manor where another type of dimensional rift is accessible. This is the gravid Wolfram dimension, or heavy for short. This dimension is in direct opposition to the fluffy dimension and will make things 10 times heavier.
Okay, so basically what this puzzle is you see that all the... When it goes into the heavy dimension, let me see if I can speak properly. Okay, let me describe this better. When you go into the heavy dimension, these become heavy, obviously. See there? Now, it pushes down on the pressure pad, and whatever dolly it's hooked up to, still pointing at the damn screen, whatever dolly it hooks up to throws out 3 safes. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get the 3 safes that are on the far wall, get up to that platform where I'm heading up now, and then you're just supposed to jump. And then whenever it goes into heavy, the lasers get activated and destroys the safe. So see, I missed one, but you see the basic premise here, and I thought I remembered it from, this was the last puzzle I did before...
Now just imagine how long it took me to lay all that out. Be careful.
Basically, you're supposed to follow each individual one and then put the box on it, and, this admittedly took me a while because I didn't realize what I was supposed to do.
Which dolly is hooked up to which power converter.
But for whatever reason, when I first did this, I totally forgot about the second floor, and then I was like, is there something I forgot? And I went back up there and I noticed it, and I was like, oh, I'm stupid. So I love how much personality they pack into, like, this replicator, the dolly. Alright. And this will be the last puzzle for this episode.
He's a bit on the shy side. Give him some time to get used to you.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit short.
Some dimensions are tightly bound together, like the one we're in right now, and also the fluffy and heavy dimensions.
So yeah, if you like that, do all that YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll have an annotation of the previous one, the previous Let's Play if it's out, and I'll also have an annotation of the next one. Wait, no. I messed that up. I will have an annotation of the last one, and if it's out, I will also have annotation of the third one. Yay, thinking properly. Anyways, be sure to check the link check the link to follow me on Twitter or like me on Facebook. Facebook is really just if you want to be up to date on my latest videos, because YouTube doesn't always work properly. And then Twitter is if you want to hear my insane ramblings. Other than that, goodbye.